here again in studio for another episode of Steph Infection. I have the worst intros in the entire fucking universe. Corinne Fisher is here. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? A comedian, podcaster?
Yes.
Dog sanctuaryer, maybe?
Soon. Dog sanctuary is soon. That's where you're just really leaning into never being married, I think, is my new brand.
I like it.
I like it too. I'm not interested in getting married. I'm not trying to.
I don't have an interest either. Is that bad?
I never did. Even when I was a little girl, I never had an interest in it. And my parents were together until the day my dad died. So
really?
Yeah, it's nothing about familial about it.
Okay. I feel like I'm like my parents hate each other, but but the idea of like, I never, when you played like house or you were like mom and dad or like, all my friends would like pretend to get married and like do little like, I don't know. I never, everybody I've been to is annoying and it's too much going on.
It's true. I agree. I think that's a good motto for marriage. Too much going on.
Too much going on. And it's like, I think also being a female comedian, we're very independent. We don't need, like, look at all the very successful.
Most of the female comedians don't get married, and it makes you think like, They've obviously gotten to this next level where they know something that I don't know, but I'm getting to know.
Yeah. Like I see like Whitney Cummings and Nikki Glaser, the two that always pop out.
Chelsea Handler.
And I'm like, good looking, very wealthy, great bots, taut bots. That's a childless bod, is what that is. That's a taut, childless bod, and I like it.
Sarah Silverman. Yeah.
Sarah Silverman's the most attractive woman in the entire world.
Yeah.
I swear to God, she is actually so fucking beautiful.
I've never met her in person.
Nicest person in the world. I just opened for Vancouver.
Oh, that's right. I saw the photos of you.
She posted the photos too. I was like, what the heck? I know. What a sweet. It's nice when, we were just saying this before too, when female comics up other female comics. And they're like,
I only let women open for me. I go, this is no men allowed. Because they were used to, when I started, I used to let usually like the comic I was fucking. I was like, you can open for me. And I go, you know what? No more. We're not doing that anymore.
No, I did that for a bit. I do have men open for me because I've been having some stalkery types on the road.
Oh, so you need security.
I need a bit of I think it helps to have a guy there than especially because I travel with them and like in the same hotel with me. I feel a little safer in that.
Yeah.
Which I feel bad because I'm like, if I'm in town, I'll have like, gals, but out of town, we need to have the male around. I'm a little spooked.
No, I agree. I mean, I've had instances where I had to have an armed guard hired additionally. So I understand. Yeah.
No.
People love to try and kill me. And I go, I mean, comedians are the easiest to kill. We literally post every night exactly where we're going to be at what time. We're so killable. And like if anything happens on stage, the reaction time of any security in a comedy club is, I mean, it's snail-like.
Where are they?
I don't know.
The managers are always somehow not in the room while you're getting threatened with a guy in Milwaukee with 2 guns, which did happen to me. It's very bizarre. It's like, I get off, I'm like, did you not hear about the guns? No, I had no idea what's going on. I'm like, where the fuck were you?
Yeah, no. It's my do not sell ticket list too is extensive.
Oh, really? Yeah, you must have.
Yeah.
Because I feel like because you have the Guys We Fucked podcast, and I feel like that upsets. I'm sure men get very upset.
They don't like it. They go, she's giving people ideas about the freedoms they can enjoy. It's not great.
So you have, I think I have some mild ones. I've never had to get like, the Milwaukee one, the guy did wait outside for me, so we had to call security for that one.
Did you see the actual guns?
No, but he told me he had 2 on him at all times, and then I saw how angry he was, and I knew something was going to happen, and at the end of the show, he like threatened me. I've said this before on here, but he was like, you better watch yourself. And I was like, what?
Well, Steph, what did you do to deserve that?
What I honestly, I wish I said something worse to him. I didn't even, I was just funny. I made fun.
That's always the thing. It's like, like people always get mad and I go, I didn't even get to the part of the set where you should be getting mad.
Literally.
So how mad are you going to get then?
That's the problem. It's really bizarre. But okay, you had to hire an armed guard. Where was it? In America, obviously.
Yeah, that one was in New York. Actually, shout out Emilio Savone at New York Comedy Club. I'm sure this is the press he wants for his club. Yeah. No, he hired, that's like my home club in New York. And I told him, I was like, I can just not perform this week. And he was so lovely. He was like, no, you shouldn't have to cancel your shows. He just hired private security that week while the threat was ongoing. Because I arrived at the club one day and there was 8 squad cars outside, and I was like, what's happening here? I was like, some heckler went wild. And then I get in, the manager goes, no, these are here for you. And it was because I had a guy threatening to murder me with a guillotine. Which really tickles me because he knows me so well. He knows I love vintage stuff, and I was like, "You're so sweet." And because I was a public figure, that's why everyone showed up, and it like the threats existed online. I think like it started on Facebook, and yeah.
I love when it starts on Facebook too.
Well, he might do it if it starts on Facebook.
Yeah. It starts on Facebook. That's what really takes off.
Yeah, if it was Instagram, I'd be like, LOL, who cares?
Yeah. Also updating his status. John is going to murder today. Like, what a bizarre choice.
Checked in at Murder Central.
Yeah. Checked in exact location.
Yeah.
New York Comedy Club was like, we can find you.
Next to you, yeah.
That's sick. Mm-hmm. That is sickness, what we have to deal with.
It is sickness, but there is a part of it that's like, I've made it, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, you're like,
you're just like, oh my God, next step, Academy Awards.
Yeah. Oh my God. Have you been scared traveling on your own ever? Like, when you...
I mean, I think like in certain instances, it's not the actual travel, but there's so many times when I've crossed a dark highway in high heels for this job. And I think those are the moments where like, as I'm crossing the highway, because there's no other way to get to the destination, that I'm like, what am I doing? I go, this is why women aren't in comedy. It's not because we're not funny. It's because we don't want this. This sucks.
It honestly, it is bizarre. Like when you're, traveling alone and night to night in these hotels and weekends, I'm like, it is not the best.
No.
Like the shows itself are fucking incredible.
Amazing.
And I love it. I love the fans. I love performing. But then when you walk back to your hotel and there's like, I've heard, I don't know what interview I saw, but some woman who got like stalked by some guy back to her hotel room.
Uh-huh.
I am like, I put the chair sometimes in front of some hotel rooms.
Yeah.
I like get in there, locky. But that is true. We are like, I thought I had a stalker here for a bit. Mm-hmm. Turns out a squirrel could have stolen my keys. I don't know what's going on anymore. We don't know. No one's tried since. I got a Ring camera. I've been waiting to catch this motherfucker. So now I'm like, maybe it was a squirrel that took my keys and had some fun with them. But it's scary, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought there, so I just edited by saying it's scary and I'm scared.
But it
scary. It is bizarre. And, putting our exact calendar where it's like, there's no way of ever, like, you can block them from your social media.
Yeah,
they can still see it.
I always say, if you want to kill me, I'm available.
Literally.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I was taking a boxing class for a bit to think that was going to stop me. I'm like, this is...
Oh, I just keep getting more annoying, and I hope that'll keep people away.
Keep them at bay. Mm-hmm, yeah. I watch way too much Law and Order too.
That's in your head.
It's I'm sick.
That's the only thing that's scary. Like during the holidays, my family and I definitely have a tradition of watching like the first 48 with some hot cocoa, and that's the only thing. Like I'll watch any horror movie; none of them scare me. But this true crime.
But
the thing is, I think if you just don't get a husband and don't get a boyfriend, statistically your chances of getting murdered honestly go down because it's mostly that people in your own home who are doing it, or like an ex-boyfriend.
That's fucked.
There's just not that much like out of nowhere serial killing going on.
Yeah. To a single stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Are we giving people ideas? Oh my God. Never mind. I have a lot of men in my house.
There's an opening, everyone.
Yeah. So wait. We briefly breezed across this dog sanctuary that we were mentioning before.
Yes.
And I brought up again.
Yeah.
I really like this idea.
Okay, thank you.
So you're talking like stray dogs, foster dogs. What are we doing here?
Specifically, my idea is for a senior citizen center for dogs because most times when you hear of animals being surrendered, it's so often senior dogs. And the same way like we treat humans in America, we don't live in a culture that really honors and respects the elderly. Mm-hmm. And I think the same is true of animals. Like when they're not as cute as anymore, when they can't fetch as fast as they used to, when they have like grays in their beard. And so many people surrender them. Also, the extensive medical care, the cost of medical care. Mm-hmm. So it would be a place where a family can surrender their animal, but then they can still visit because it like breaks these animals' hearts.
Yeah, to be alone. No,
when they don't see their family anymore. So you can still visit. You don't have to feel ashamed if you can't cover the medical costs or if you just don't have the time to like give it all. And then the other part of it will be an education center for children because what I've noticed having a dog, like having my own dog for once, like kids just don't know how to properly interact and touch with animals, and it's not out of a bad place. They're just like pulling at its ears, and then when the animal reacts, it's the animal that has to pay for reacting in a normal way. They get put down because they bit a kid, but it's like if someone just comes up to you and pulls your ear, like your natural reaction is to go like,
Yeah.
So it would also offer a place where kids can go for school field trips. Yeah.
I love this idea.
This is my dream. I just feel like I just keep putting it out into the environment and then someone will help me fund it. I follow so many dog rescues. I get more excited when a dog rescue follows me back than any celebrity ever. I'm obsessed with this specific program called Positive Change, where they give rescue dogs to inmates, and so it's like they help both of them. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then the guy who runs it is incredibly attractive. And I was like, this whole thing is great.
Is he the guy who's kind of like got some gray in his beard? He's got a big chiseled jawline.
There's
some guy that
he has gray in his beard. I don't know if he has a big chiseled jaw. Like he's like jacked. Like he's like jacked but slender.
He's like dad jacked, kind of almost.
Yeah, I mean, he looks exactly like this comedian I used to date named Paul Hooper. Basically.
Oh God, so, I gotta look that guy up now.
It's like if he got just a bunch of prison style tattoos.
Yeah,
incredible.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, no, it's great. And when they were already following me, I was like, this is amazing. I want to give all my money to this program. But yeah.
Have you seen that one? I don't know where it is in, it's not Mexico. It's somewhere like Costa Rica, I think. And it's that huge, giant, like, I don't know, like 50, 60, bigger than an acre thing, where it's all these dogs. There's like 700 dogs that live there.
I think I know what you're talking about. What is there some that have like the missing legs?
Yes.
I've seen this video. Okay.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Greece? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he used to be a club owner.
Oh.
He gave up the club in life.
Oh wow! But it seemed like I saw somebody recently post a dog rave, and it was like a dog, like a, I guess, babysitter place, and it was like they threw a rave for the dog. And I was very confused, and there's one guy like with the glow sticks. It's very cute. Oh, now I want to do this.
A dog rave, and there's this viral video going around, and the song is like so corny, but it's also it's an earworm, and it's about the cheese tax. Have you seen this?
Yes, I honestly was gonna film one with her today.
I can't get it out of my head.
It's so cute.
I watch it every night before bed.
Oh, I literally today I was like taking a ball of mozzarella, like a slob, and she came in. I'm like, we're doing the cheese tax.
We got it.
We must do. Someone just sent me a video, and I can't stop laughing about it. This is the only content that should be online. It was Leonardo DiCaprio in the Titanic drawing a golden retriever, and it's the funniest thing. I'm like, I was so fucking pissed. I didn't think of that because now I was like, so I asked my sister, I'm like, okay, what other fucking videos can we do? She's like, she's like, The Notebook. I'm like, okay. So I was like trying to like put a friggin' wig on her and try to do it.
That's really sweet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't know that, and I was like, I thought I was the only person administering the cheese tax.
Oh, I love the cheese tax.
It's so cute.
What kind of dog do you have?
He's like a rat terrier whippet mix.
So thin?
Yeah, thin. He looks like an Italian greyhound, but like mixed with like a Chihuahua kind of face. Like it's just like a boxier snout. Yeah, Sir Alfred Hitchcock. He's very sweet. And sometimes I'll just like sprinkle the shredded cheese on him, and I'll be like, party, you know?
Oh my God.
It's great. And I go, if there was a man here, could I really do that?
No.
Could I really do that in the freedom that I want to do that?
No.
I don't think I could.
I will say, so my boyfriend hates when the dog sleeps in bed with us, which...
I get it because it does ruin your sex life, but they're so warm and cuddly. They can't sleep on the floor.
And she also can't fit with the two of us because we're both not small. And then she's in there hogging the fucking bed. She's 85 pounds, but he's back in Utah right now. So we have been snuggling. We've been I literally fell asleep the other night with my arm like full spoon around her, and I was like, I've never been happier in my whole life.
Yes.
I'm so happy. I'm so warm.
When my roommate was a pit bull, shout out Pinkerton, rest in peace. I used to I would put him under the covers too. And I honestly felt like I was like cheating on, I don't know, like he was my roommate's dog, and I was like, I feel like I'm like fucking her dog, but I'm not. I'm just like taking care of the dog nicely.
And you wake in the morning, forget he's there, and the sheets are all off the bed. And you're like, oh God, I did that again.
Oh my God. That dog was great. That dog hated Kesha though, which I thought was really funny because I would love Kesha, and anytime I would play Kesha, he would walk right out of the room.
No,
that's the only artist.
That's so funny, so specific.
I know.
Really didn't like it.
Really didn't like it.
Yeah, I brought Susan here today, and I should have mentioned that because I keep looking down at her because she's an absolute pig swine. I love her so much.
She's so sweet. Anytime I walk into a place and there's a dog there unexpectedly, I get so happy.
It is nice. I've been trying to take her to like because she's very good with kids. Weirdly, I've been trying to take her to like a sick kids hospital or something, but all the rules are different with like every hospital. She needs training and.
It's so helpful though. When my dad was in rehabilitation after having cardiac arrest, like there's the happiest photo of him is when they had a dog there, and it was during COVID. But like, it makes all the difference in the world.
It does.
Even when I flew into LAX, I went to change for a podcast in the Delta Lounge, and there was like the dogs there, like the emotional support airport dogs.
Aww.
And I was like, I don't even know if this is here for me, but I like it.
I like it.
It makes everything better.
It does. I have like, I think I told this story on here before, but I had I had her on a plane, and this woman freaked the fuck out, like screamed.
Are you serious?
Said she tried to bite her, and she didn't at all. It was so insane. And then everyone around me was like laughing, and people had their phones out filming her because she was so crazy. And I'm like, that was like the only time I've ever had a bonkers experience with her. But I'm like, if you're that scared of dogs,
you shouldn't be out in the world.
You shouldn't be out in the world. Or you get serious help.
Yeah.
Like immediately, if you're going to be terrified, blaming a golden retriever. Like, look how.
Yeah, I was like, especially a golden retriever. I've never even met anyone who's scared of a golden retriever specifically.
How can you be? Mm-hmm. She's a sap.
Yeah.
She's a moron. I love her so much. So you're in LA right now, putzing around. What are you doing? Shows?
Podcasting, shows. Yeah. I don't know. Visiting all the people that I never see because I'm always like, sorry, work trip. Can't see you. See you in 3 years.
I know. Don't you love that though? When you're like, if there's people that you don't really like that much, but you know you have to say hi to them. Be like, hey, if you want to see me, come to the show. I like to group people like that. Like if I do New York,
yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'm at this show.
Yeah.
And I'll hang out after the show as a group.
The patio at the Comedy Store going to be lit all week because that's the meeting space. And if you don't come there, you're not seeing me.
Are you there tonight?
No, I was there last night and I'm there tomorrow night.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Tonight I'm going to the Magic Castle for the first time as a guest of a magician, and I'm losing it. I'm so excited.
Oh my God, I'm very jealous.
I knew being fifth best friends with a magician was really going to pay off.
Okay.
And it finally has.
What can we say their name?
It's Harrison Greenbaum. Yeah, he's not in town, but you have to be invited by a magician.
Okay.
And yeah, he's one of my best friends in the world. He's starring in Cirque du Soleil in Vegas right now. That's why he's not around. He's a big magic star. You fly into Las Vegas, you see videos of him all over. He's incredible.
Really?
Yeah. Finally getting the recognition. Isn't that so satisfying when you've known a talented person for a long time and they just like never found like the space where they can shine, and then they find it. I'm like, this is almost as good as me being really famous. Almost.
Was he a comic before?
He is a comic still, yeah.
Okay.
And so it's their first English speaking show, so he gets to do stand-up comedy and magic every night in Vegas. It's incredible. It's a perfect gig.
Does he love it?
Mm-hmm. He loves it.
Vegas is just a fucking wild. My buddy's a blue man.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
I know it is.
You know what?
I know it is honestly my biggest fucking. I'm like, he's a blue man.
That's great. It's when people are like, "What's the biggest celebrity on your phone?" You have to be like, "Blue man."
I literally is blue man. I'm like every time, because this is the reaction. Like no other, like I could be like, "Oh yeah, he's an actor," whatever. Nobody cares. The second you say blue man, everyone's like, "What?"
It feels Illuminati-esque.
It does.
Yes.
I know. He's been one for like 20 years.
Oh my God.
I know. But he lives in Vegas, and he's like. Maybe not the exact react. I think he's been there doing it long enough too, where it's like Vegas kind of.
Yeah, I can't imagine living in Vegas for 20 years. What?
No,
how that would
he
be.
started in Toronto and then Boston, and then he was in Japan for a bit and stuff. He was all over, but I think being also like I'm sure. This magic, it's fun at the beginning.
I don't think you can commit to Vegas. I even wonder like what were the repercussions for Celine Dion? I mean, her residency was like 10 years, maybe more.
It's too long.
It's a long time.
Like Penn and Teller.
Yes.
What are they doing? They've been there for fucking years.
Yeah.
You must go batty at that point.
I went to see Penn and Teller with the boyfriend who him breaking up with me was the impetus for Guys We Fucked. That's how long they've been there. And that was 10 years ago.
Oh shit.
At least. Yeah.
That's how long Guys We Fucked has been happening?
I think about 10 years.
10 years.
It'll be 10 years this year. Yeah, because it was December 2013. So yeah, this year's
Holy
December.
Shit.
I know.
I didn't even think...
How many more guys can I fuck? I'm so tired.
It honestly is exhausting.
Yeah.
I only got through like half my list on your podcast too. If you haven't listened to that episode, please do, because I don't talk a lot about sex on here anymore.
I love it.
It was disgusting. I literally had to tell a story the other day, another podcast about a sex story, and I found a story that I didn't tell on yours.
Oh, wow.
Got to really go through here.
Got to go through the arsenal.
Got to go through the arsenal. Let's get into my theme of the podcast, Steph Infection.
Yes.
What weird body things do you have that you want to yap about?
Well, I have specific answers to the questions. I'm very studious.
Okay.
So should I go through them?
Sure. But do you have any like in general like weird like ailments or like if you had an operation or anything like?
Have I had an operation? I've actually never had an operation. Is that strange?
No, I don't think so.
I've never had an operation. Let's hope it stays that way. I have a lot of weird ailments. So like one time I was at a tricky tray, which is like I don't know what they started calling Chinese auctions. Yeah, because
I don't know what this. I don't know.
You don't know what a Chinese auction is? It's like when you go around and you put like you get a ticket number and then you put it. It's like a raffle, but a larger scale.
Oh, okay.
So like you'll go and stay there all day, like bingo style. So one day I was like at one and and this is like when I was in high school, and all of a sudden like I couldn't get up. I was just paralyzed in my chair, and this was like this thing where like my leg was paralyzed for like weeks. I couldn't go to school, and to this day no one knows what it is. But this is a common thing that I'll just get some ailment that'll take months, years to solve, and sometimes never solved. Unsolved medical mysteries.
Oh,
yeah.
That's okay. Wait a second.
I like my mom thought I was doing a bit. And I go, this hilarious bit where I'm paralyzed.
I can't fucking walk. And I go, so both legs or just one?
I couldn't get up in totality, but it was like, I think it was mostly my right leg. I don't.
Just felt numb.
It wasn't not even numb. It was just like, it was like heavy, I would say. Okay. Heavy, almost like the most extreme pins and needles you've ever experienced, but like leaving you immobile.
And that feeling was lasting for a very long time.
Yeah, and then I kept going to doctors, and I'm like, I can't walk, guys. I don't know. And everyone was just like,
I don't know.
Yeah. And then it just went away one day, and we never figured out why it happened, what it was, even a name for it. And so that's very common. I mean, if you want to go into woo-woo, some would argue that it's because like I'm like some kind of undercover psychic and I haven't come in touch with my powers. But this is just stuff that I'm getting into recently.
Oh, really?
Since we're in LA, I feel like we can go full Gabby Bernstein.
Yes, we can. So what do you're feeling like there's some untouched
I definitely have very wild intuition. Like after my dad passed away, I was in Costa Rica because you need a vacay for your grief, and I was like, "You earned it, girl." And and I was woken up in the middle of the night, and I just had this intense feeling that my best friend from childhood was dead. And I checked on Facebook, and she had died like a month after the last time I had talked to her, but then my dad had gotten sick, so I wasn't talking to anyone. I was like kind of only dealing with my family issues, and I was like, was this a vision? Was this like my dad waking me up to tell me? Like, did my dad like get to heaven and see my friend there? And he was like, I know this girl. She used to hang out at our house, you know?
God.
Yeah. And so stuff like that has been happening a lot lately. I've had some other visions about like exes. Like I know immediately like when an ex gets married, and like these are people that I haven't looked at their social media. We don't have mutual friends anymore. I know, and I'm like within like a couple weeks I'll know.
Oh shit.
And so a lot of woo-woo people will kind of argue that sometimes if you have a chronic illnesses that you can't find the root of, that is part of like you not tapping into your psychic powers because you're not sharing the proper gift with the world. I'm having a real existential crisis here.
No, I mean now I'm like, okay, I'm liking this.
Yeah, there's a whole list that I looked up of things, and it's also like you kind of feel you're like you have a lot of fatigue. You don't feel like you fit in, in the world. I mean, that's all comics though. Oh, we're all psychics.
Now I'm feeling like maybe I have some of this.
You might.
I have a thing right now. I keep getting hives and they can't figure out what it's from. Like full body, head to toe, bad hives.
I've gotten that, yeah.
And I have these weird blisters that when I go in the sun, I get them. I mean, that could be that's a sun infection probably.
Right.
But the hives are one thing. Mm-hmm. And I always get I always have something weird going on. Because I sometimes feel like I have weird things that I think of too that I'm like, and then it'll be true.
I think one of the real keys is you have to be able to start differentiating between like neuroses and like mortal world fears, and then what are actually intuitive thoughts. Those are the hard to separate though. But usually if it kind of just comes to you, if it's something like you like ruminate over, that to me is more like a human's fear.
Yeah. Something that just like kind of pops in.
Yeah, because the thing about manifesting is like, they're like, if you think about something too much, even a bad thing, you'll make it happen. And you go, well, that's like every fear then. Yeah. And then it just makes me think about fears more. And I go, okay, well, I'm going to go crazy right here. So
yeah, then I would have AIDS, cancer, and lice because that's what I said That's what when I was a kid, I always...
In order of scariest, least to worst.
Those are the big three, right? Those are the ones everyone's scared of. AIDS, cancer, then lice. Yeah.
Please start a lice foundation. I think that needs to be your cause.
You know what? If I can get behind one thing,
it's lice.
It'll be lice. You know what? Lice and crabs, we'll combine them into one thing. Because I still don't believe crabs are real. Chris Fairbanks was on here last episode.
Wait, that is also a premise from Jersey Shore. You know that, right?
No.
I was just talking with my friend Danny Palmer, a comic in New York, and he thought it was the funniest thing because Angelina on a recent episode of Jersey Shore said crabs aren't real, and he can't get over this.
So funny.
They're definitely real.
No, they're real, but I
know someone who had them.
I just don't understand them. Out of all the STDs, I don't get them. Shave your pubes. Where are they going to go? They're gone.
Right. But all men don't fully shave their pubes. I only know men who have had them.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you do shave them afterwards. But yeah, I mean, it's, to me, it's like it's because it's not that serious, but it's like the weirdest one.
It's the grossest one.
It's so strange. There's all kinds of mites on our body. That's actually one of my weird things. Okay, so this is one of the things I wrote down as like a fear that I have is I read and I saw pictures, goddamn memes or whatever about nipple mites that live in your bra and then just start eating away at your nipple. I don't wear bras anymore since COVID. I have an A cup. I don't need to. So, but this is a real fear that I have.
Nipple mites.
Yeah, and so they live in your bra and then they just start eating away at your nipple. And then I have that thing where you look at certain patterns and it makes your skin crawl. And so it leaves a specific little pattern in your nipple because it's eaten away at the flesh. So you got to watch those bras.
Why did you get this in my fucking hand? Okay, I'm going to go home and
That's
scrub
what your show's about.
Bra.
You're asking for it.
I am asking for it, but nipple mites? This is a new thing that I've never fucking thought of.
New fear unlocked.
Damn it.
Wash those bras.
I'm washing them, but how often? Every day?
Not every day. I think you can wear a bra. I always think you can wear a bra for the week, and then you have to.
Yeah, I do about a week, and then I'm tossing.
I think that's fair. I'll stick my nose right in. I'll smell it. You know?
Oh, I'm sniffing. Are you getting in there for undies? Are you sniffing the undies?
Yeah, because we travel so much, and sometimes I don't separate the clothes I wore from the clothes that I didn't wear correctly, and then I just got to go sniffing.
Oh yeah, I get too close sometimes. You know Alex Pavone?
Yeah.
He hates his fucking story, and I always tell it. He says he did this as a joke, but I don't believe him.
Okay.
I saw him one time checking his underwear, and he took the underwear and he put the whole thing on his head.
Oh.
And he went, full underwear on the head. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm doing it as a joke for you. I go, no, you do that. That's what you fucking do. You put your whole head in your underwear. Just hold it. Why would you put it on your head like that? It was so fucked up.
That's not necessary.
No, it's not necessary. Mm-mm. But I get so close sometimes, I'm like, and I don't need to. So I don't know why I'm like, I could be this far away and go, yeah, it smells. I don't know why I'm in there sniffing around.
Sometimes you just get to get really close. I don't know. It's my own secretion. I don't really care.
I know it's my scent, but sometimes my underwear I don't even need to smell because there's
you can see
stuff.
There's a little mark. Yeah,
there's a little slug trail.
Yeah,
slippy snot. Speaking of slug trails, I have not got my period and I'm a little concerned. Oopsies.
Uh-oh.
We might have a new story
Exclusive.
on Steph. Might have an abortion story next time. We're on the air because it ain't staying if it's in there, baby. Woo! Get the Dyson. Get her out. Charge her up.
I'm glad that you're Canadian because they're trying to fight right now to get those abortion pills off the market.
There's pills.
Yeah, that's yeah. A good percentage of people are doing it that way. Although I have heard that the surgical procedure is actually more pleasant, even though you wouldn't think it is.
Really?
Yeah, the abortion pills. It's mifepristone. I'm close. But they're introducing a lot of bans. I mean, they're very quickly stripping away all women's and LGBTQ rights.
Psychotic. Yeah, I'm glad I got that Canadian passport. It ain't going.
Yeah. Oh my God! When I just did a show in Toronto, all my fans brought me yeast infection and UTI infection
over the
medicine.
counter. Because it's over the counter.
I stacked up. I go. I hope they let me through the border.
Oh, every single time from Shoppers Drug Mart. Every single fucking time I go home. Right now, I have a full drawer of fucking yeast infection pills. Entire fucking drawer. Because they are sold on the goddamn shelf like they should be. Why do we have to go to the fucking doctor with yeast infection? That's
absolutely
nuts.
No, I know. I have just a bunch of boxes at home. That's like, I love you, Corinne. That's
so funny.
Thanks for inspiring me.
How was Toronto?
It was great.
Yeah, was it fun?
It was great. I love Toronto.
You the comedy bar?
The new one.
Danforth? Yeah, it was good. Mm-hmm. That's where my parents live.
Oh, know.
That area. A little bit more into the house. It's not right on the Danforth. It's kind of sketchy there, but more.
Yeah.
Did you stay downtown though? You didn't stay there.
They put me far away. I don't even know where I was by an air. I'm not sure. I don't know.
It was probably the same place James Domi was, the Don Valley fucking.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't walk anywhere from here. I need to at least be able to like cross a highway and get to some kind of like a.
You probably were right off the DVP at this Don Valley Parkway fucking
TGI
hotel.
Fridays, or I just need food.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's
I need
nothing
food
there.
somewhere.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeast infection, pills, mites. I'm back on the mites for a second here.
Okay.
I did read something a long time ago. How there's like little mites in your fingers.
There's mites everywhere.
Fingers.
There's mites in our eyebrows. Yeah, they're all over.
What are they doing? Let's get the mites out of here.
Some of them fuck on our face. You know that?
There's mites we fucked is going to be the next podcast you do. Good
yeah, when we
Christ.
sleep, they're like having, because they are procreating. Everything is having sex and procreating.
They're
for the
fucking
most
on our
part.
heads.
Yeah.
Well, we're sleeping. I'm not for sleeping now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on a weird mite thing in the morning tonight. Susan's getting a little antsy and she's getting on my damn nerves. I'll tell you that right now.
She doesn't like this mite talk.
She
it's
hates
making her
mite talk. Have you ever had your dog have fleas?
No. She has a lot of fur though.
Nightmare. Also, LA. It's disgusting, this fucking place. There's fucking fleas. She literally would go out for a walk, come home, I'd see it on her back. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Oh.
Nightmare.
Well, my dog has to take like the special medicine for city dogs. So if they come in contact with rat pee, they don't get sick.
Really?
Yeah, I guess that's probably more of a New York thing because our rats are more accessible. But
rat piss.
Yeah. So
bad.
rat piss is can make dogs very sick. So city dogs have to get a special shot for that, a special vaccine. Yeah, that suburban dogs never have to get because they're not going to come in contact with rats most likely.
Ew.
Yep.
What are we doing out here?
I'm not
this
sure.
Is sick.
Living the dream.
Tit mites. Now I'm gonna have to go home.
Okay.
I could get tit craps. I got some hairs. I got some loose hairs. I tried tweezing them.
They just come back.
They come back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have tit hairs too.
Everyone has tit hairs. If you fucking tit hair, you have fucking tit hair.
We're women.
It's too much.
Yeah.
We're women. We're not fucking hairless slugs. We're women. We're fucking hairless eels.
I've never had a complaint about a tit hair. They're nice.
My boyfriend found one recently. He said, "What's that?" I go, "Exactly."
Yeah.
What's your problem?
Exactly.
I go, "What's your problem with it?"
Exactly. What is it?
Because if I do tweeze, sometimes it gets a little bit of an ingrow. And I'm like, well, what's worse? Tits it or tit hair? Tits it, I think.
I think tits it too.
Yeah, that's gross.
And it's going to be more painful.
Well, maybe now it's the mites. I got to check.
it's
You know what? We
definitely
got
the
a lot. We got to take a pregnancy test. We got to check our bras for mites. We got to check our tits for mites. We got a big day ahead of me.
Yeah, you have a big trip to the pharmacy.
Oh, I got a big pharmacy trip. I found a pregnancy test this morning in my house.
You found one?
Well, from the dollar store I got a long time ago.
Wait, you trust those?
No, I didn't. Well, it also was expired for like 3 years. I'm like, well, I can't trust an expired dollar store pregnancy
Yeah,
kit.
you can. Because you can get a false, I think you can get a false negative, but you can't get a false positive. Isn't that correct?
Oh.
Yeah. Because
God.
whatever it is in your urine that's tipping it off, you can't get a false positive.
Okay, well that's...
Is that bad news?
I don't know. I'm going to have to
A look
stop
of
by
awareness just came over your face.
I got to stop by a CVS. I hope to God I'm free bleeding right now on this goddamn chair because I'm so worried. I'm so concerned.
But the more worried you get about it, that's gonna.
I think I'm stressed out. I have been stressed out too. I have been very stressed out.
That's gonna stop your period. Are you on the pill?
I'm on nothing. That's
Okay, so then it's not. But also then it's not regular because like I'm on the pill. So basically, like if it's not within like 3 days, like we have real trouble.
Okay, so you're on the pill.
I've been on the pill since I was 18. I've gone off it because you hear all these stories of like I liked a completely different kind of man when I got off the pill. I was actually a lesbian, and so I was like, like my like a doctor got into my head about it, and so I was like, okay, my doctor, I mean acupuncturist, but she had an MD at the name of her at the end of her title, so I believed her, and I was like, let me just try because wouldn't it be nice if like the reason why I didn't get along with anyone was medical?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
It wasn't. It's me.
No. It turns out, same person. I convinced myself I was gaining weight in the pill.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out I was just gaining weight.
Yeah.
Turns out I was just drinking a lot of alcohol and eating a lot of chips.
Yep.
So maybe it wasn't the pill. Maybe it was me. But I went off it because of that. And now I've just been off it for so long that I'm like, I've been off it for 5 years.
And just nothing, just condoms or pull out or.
Yeah.
Wow, you're brave.
Well, also, I honestly think at this point, I don't know. It's been this long, knock on fucking wood, that I've never been pregnant.
Oh, so you
never?
You just think you're barren? Or?
I do. Yeah. We think we might be. Don't. You're so upset about that. I'm not that upset over it.
I feel like I kind of sometimes wish I was barren because I don't want to have kids, and I feel sad for people who want to and can't. So I'm like, I wish I could like exchange it with someone, but I feel fertile in my heart.
Do you?
Yeah.
I
do.
thought well, Mike Lawrence just adopted a baby.
Oh.
I know, and he's so proud, and he's so happy. I know, and the baby's so fucking cute. And I'm like, what? I know, it's the sweetest thing ever. And he talks about openly. I'm not just outing this whole situation.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Mike Lawrence. Cat's out of the bag. But he's so happy, and it's so cute. I'm like, I could do that if I really want.
Yeah.
Down the line. I'm like,
Full
that's
Sandra Bullock. Let's do it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. As of right now, we got a dog. We want more dogs. Okay, let's get back into more questions here.
We always
so that
want more
was
dogs.
that your main worst thing you've ever heard with the mites, or is there more?
That's like one of the worst things, I've ever heard. Just like that's like the thing that haunts me about body stuff. Mm-hmm. But I mean, obviously, that's not like my worst fear. My worst fear actually is getting pregnant. That is my worst fear, which is a weird one because that's pretty curable, which I don't think is the word that we're using.
Yeah.
I don't think curable is the word.
No,
it is what they're using.
Yeah, I don't know what they're using. Are you why? Because of like career stuff right now, or just like
I don't know. I just don't want a child, and like I don't know why. There's no. I would just go get an abortion. I don't know what the issue is. Mm-hmm. It just feels like I don't know. I'm like very into. It just feels like I got this far. You know, like kind of like you said.
That's what I'm feeling. I'm this far in now with nothing. Something must be. I took also a lot of Plan Bs when I was younger.
Yeah.
A lot of Plan Bs. Too many.
Is there such thing as too many? I think that's something they've been putting in our heads.
Well, how many is?
I mean, are you eating them like candy, like multiple at a time?
Well, there was a time
that you were using it as like primary birth control.
No, I would. I was on the pill, but then a condom would break, or it would be like strangers and stuff, and that like.
Or
I don't want a stranger baby. That's stranger baby's not.
That's
happening.
real stranger danger.
That's real stranger baby. I can't have that. We wouldn't know who it was. You know, there's some problems back then.
Sure.
But now, I just feel like we're far enough along where you could deal with it and it'd be.
Yeah.
I also I don't know. My sister's trying to have a baby, and she really wants to be a mom, and she's like very excited about it, and like wants that whole process. I'm like, that whole thing grosses me out.
It grosses you out. It doesn't gross me out. It just doesn't interest me. I try to get. I've thought a lot about this, especially over COVID. I know Nikki Glaser spoke about that a lot. That she had a lot of time to think about whether she wanted to be a mom during quarantine, and I never. It was never something I saw for myself, and I like kids very much. I love them.
I want to be a mom. But I don't want the whole middle part, like the beginning pregnancy, fine.
Oh, so you just want to have a child, but you don't want to go see, because
I feel the same. It's that last month that grosses me out.
Really, I feel the same opposite way.
Out.
Like I would almost carry a friend's baby just to experience. I would love to experience pregnancy.
Yeah,
I think it's fascinating what a woman's body can do.
It is wild.
Like wow. Yeah.
It is. No, it is. It's just that it's the last month that freaks me out.
It looks like it's going to tip.
The tipping, the tearing, all that down there, all of that.
They should snip you. I think there's a lot of press about the tearing, but if the doctor knows what they're doing, so hopefully a woman and a midwife.
Yes,
a midwife got to be there.
I feel like the most midwife stories, no tearing or very minimal tearing.
Yeah, midwife.
When you're in a fucking hospital getting told to fucking shove.
Well, because we're giving birth the wrong way. You're supposed to give birth doggy style.
Oh, I heard standing up, I thought.
Well, I think maybe that too, but definitely like doggy style is much better than the way on your back, legs spread is not at all the healthiest way to give birth.
No,
it's the most aesthetically pleasing for the husband. That's why they introduced that.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No one asked you.
Doggies?
Oh, sorry. Is there a real parent in the room who wants to get in on this conversation? No, thank you. We're women talking.
I mean, that is doggy style seems. It seems like it's too sexual.
I know it does.
That's the problem. We made it like a sexual
come
position.
Come out, little baby.
Yeah, you fucking like that, dog? Do you want to fucking see my little baby come out?
You like that firstborn?
Yeah, fucking slap my ass, you fucking bitch. That's. I feel like my friend told a story how her mom gave birth in her house with a midwife, which is also very risky. And there was a ambulance waiting outside. This is Canada, I don't know. And she was standing.
Wow.
Like kind of crouching in her living room. And it came out, no rip.
Yeah.
Not a tear.
It just drops right. Well,
it just flopped out.
It feels like the weight then is distributed properly.
Yes, because it just kind of falls.
Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And water births, they seem like that would be a good option, but it kind of, that spooks me. Mm-hmm. If I saw the baby floating around underwater right away, I don't know,
Well, it's not.
It is.
Deep.
They are in there. I don't know why I'm thinking a deep pool. That's in my head too. A deep end. Like it's
not an Olympic-sized
and
pool.
I'm like pulling the fucking umbilical to get it up. That's what I picture.
It's like a blow-up pool in your living room.
Okay, yeah, that's better. I don't know why I'm thinking a deep tub.
Yeah, or if you're rich, like a bathtub that's big enough. But
Or have you seen Drake's pool? I know Drake has this really dark, deep pool.
I haven't.
Where it's like pitch black.
Oh.
And it's super deep. That's in my head. That's giving me the creeps.
Kat Von D's old pool is blood red, and I wanted to buy that. I mean, not even close to my price range, but I mean, it was a blood red pool. That's really cool.
Red pool. Are you looking to buy in New York?
I already own in New York.
You own in New York? Oh, shit.
Apartment owner in New York.
Excuse me. Look at you.
Hell yeah.
God damn. Maybe one day I'll make money off this podcast.
No, you're blowing up. I think it'll be soon for you.
Well, thank you, but yeah, I glanced at some houses out here.
Yeah.
I'm like 1.5 was like the lowest I was looking at. I'm like,
but what? Okay, why were you looking so high though?
What else is there? The area I want.
Oh, okay.
I want Silver Lake. I want Silver Lake Echo Park. I'm very picky with my area.
They don't have anything like 600,000 in that area.
Absolutely not.
Because I was like, even in Manhattan, I mean, the things I was looking at, I was like, probably lowest. There was like 600,000, but I mean, and I was like surprised. But it's more.
We're
than
all
that.
million here, right? Am I crazy? Like it's literally.
Yeah.
Unless I go out of town.
I think you have to break million to get a place that's worth buying, but you only have to put down like 200,000 then.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, it is a lot of money. I know. I said it like it wasn't a lot of money, but I mean, I think you don't have to think like, oh, I have to have $1 million liquid.
No. That's because I want minimum 2-bedroom, minimum like I guess 1.5 bath. I prefer 2 bath. I prefer.
Okay.
And then a yard.
Yeah,
I must have a yard because I'm going to
have a yard. I got a yard in Manhattan because instead of I could only afford yard or second bedroom, and my therapist was like 2nd bedroom, and I go yard.
No, yard.
I go who came with me to the top? My dog. No one else.
Yeah, exactly.
Who helped me through this? My dog. Yeah.
Yard. Susan
oh my
wants
god.
A yard.
Yeah, and Susan deserves a yard.
Susan deserves a yard. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get back to the questions. I keep getting derailed here, and people love the questions. Do they? No one's actually ever written in if they like these questions, but I just keep doing them.
Worst story you've ever heard? What's the worst thing you've ever heard? Oh
yeah. I have the questions right
here.
here.
Well, then let's get your answers because you're ready to go. I love the studious.
I made a PDF and I put your questions, and then I made an okay. So I used to be a manager's assistant, so I would have to make itineraries for all the famous actors and actresses when they would come out to LA. Okay. So now I just make this. I do the same thing for myself.
Oh, I love it.
I was trained to do this.
I love this training. It's very nice. I love organization here.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. Well, I have the irrational fears. See, I don't know if this is irrational, but I did one time take an edible when my brother was living in. Where was he living? Palo Alto. And they have like the wrapped edibles there with like the nutrition facts on it. Like, this is how fucked up this will get you. And I took it and then I went to bed and I just kind of accepted the fact that I was going to die.
No.
I just accepted it. Like, it didn't bother me, but I just go, okay, well, you've taken too much and you're going to die now. But instead of like opening the bedroom door and like telling my brother or like telling Christina, who was also there with me, I cleansed my body. I took a shower because I thought ahead and I said, you don't want them to find your corpse dirty. You've been out all night.
You need a clean corpse.
You've been out all night.
You can't have a stinky corpse.
No, you want
fresh corpse.
Blew dry my hair, combed it, tucked myself in like coffin style to the bed, and then go, well, this is the end. It's been a good run.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
How much
TTFN.
How much was the percentage that was in there?
I don't know. You know what? Because this kind of stuff, like THC basically never works on me. So I don't know what the heck was in this specific edible because like no other edible has ever worked on me.
Okay.
It was like a cookie wrapped, but I go, did they lace it with something like? And then my head, then I was like, did they inject a needle through the wrapper? Because who knows?
Okay,
these are kind of stories I start telling myself.
That's the problem when you get carried away.
Yeah,
that's one thing I hate about getting high when you get on that spiral.
Yes,
when you're not on fun zone anymore, you get in the weirdo zone. Like if I get high tonight, we're on Titmite.
Yeah.
And I can't be doing that. So if you get off that, my friend had this one, it was like 100 milligrams, which is way too much.
Yeah.
She didn't read the thing. Anessa, Anessa, took it, collapsed at this party. Everyone thought she was dying because she was like, and she's a professional stoner, way too much marijuana.
Whoa.
Edibles freaked me out.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what happens. You know, if you went too far, but then you woke up and you were fine and that was...
Yeah, and then I was like, let's get bagels.
You know, I'm okay now.
Yeah, but I fully prepared my body for death when I was inches away from so many people who could have helped me.
Inches away.
Emotionally, physically, any of those things.
Have you ever, is that the only time you thought you were going to die before?
I one time at the Jersey Shore when I was a kid, I got sucked up by a wave and I definitely thought that was the end.
Oh.
And a water death to me, one of the scariest deaths.
Oh, yes.
Because you always think like water, fire, what are the other options for like types of, you know?
Those are like the two, I think, drowning or like being in a fire.
Yeah. And but the thing is, fire,
alive, yes.
the smoke knocks you out. So you would pass out before you would feel the sensation of being burned alive. Whereas I feel like you're kind of gulping water for a while.
The gulping, the waves they'll get you.
It's terrifying.
She has her way with you.
She does.
She really, like, those undercurrents, those riptides are fucking scary as hell.
Yes.
You keep going out. You can't get back in.
Yeah, you just think you're boogie boarding and then you're dead.
Oh, I don't like that. No, that's spooky.
Yeah, I
thought I was dying once when I was 12. I don't know why this story came in my head right now. I was scared of every man. I don't know why.
It seems to have traveled with you.
It really has. I'm terrified of men.
It's such a weird business to be in if you're that scared of men.
Well, my comedy,
men are scared of me. I'll fucking come and punch them.
Well, I think now my comedy is doing the opposite. But I remember I was 12 years old. I was at this Highland dancing conference in like Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And I remember I went up to my hotel room. I had to drop something off. And my dad, I thought my dad was up there. So I get in the elevator and these two scary guys. And I was 12. You know, when you're young, you see those like the little nipples growing in. So I wasn't wearing a bra. So I had like two little triangle nips and this like black dress because it was like a fancy event. And I had like a bunch of makeup on for a 12-year-old. Like, you know, still look like a young kid.
Yeah.
But I get in and there's these two guys like in the elevator and they're like, hey, where are you going? And I was like, oh, I'm going to my room. And they go, yeah? All alone, huh? Little girl all alone. I was
Ew!
Like, I know. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I got off at the hotel, my floor, and I looked back and I was like, oh my fucking God. And I got so scared.
Oh my
So I went to
God.
my room. No one was there. I didn't have a fucking key. So I got panicked. I'm like, I'm not going back in the elevator in case they're in there again.
Yeah.
So I went down the staircase.
Yeah.
I get down, like, I'm so far down. I think it was like 14, 15 floors up. I'm like, the staircase stressed me out. I gotta get out of here. Go to open the door. Not opening. Run down again. Not opening.
This is a
Not opening.
horror movie.
I literally did like 10 floors. I'm like, oh my God. I started having a full panic attack. I opened this one. It goes into like this office building. I'm not even in the hotel anymore. I'm in this fucking office. I'm having a full cry. I pressed that elevator. I didn't get in it. Thank God. I was like, why was I going to go back? I go back into the stairway, go all the way up to like the 20th floor. That was open. Go back down the elevator. I'm like, I went to the front desk. I was like, bawling my eyes. I'm like, why are they locked? And they were like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, the door. They had no idea. Although like, it was so scary. I'm like, if there was a fire too, we're all dying in the stairwell.
Yeah.
Why were they fucking locked?
Yeah.
Nightmare. Anyways, if those two men are listening, I hate you. And I had my first panic attack when I was very young. Very scary. Let's not clip that bit. Not funny. Not a funny story. Not a funny story. Okay, what else do you have in the PDF? I love checking the PDF here.
Okay. I just see your example that it's like killed my penis.
That's the scary story. Did your parents say anything? I can prompt you. Did your parents ever say like weird things to you?
My parent. Okay, so I think growing up, it actually ties into what you just told me because there was, I think, an irrational fear promoted in my household that I was like pretty much definitely going to get kidnapped. Like this is just something that happens to a kid. Kids we're just, you know, we're going to get kidnapped. And so you need to have a plan. Okay. We did full on scenarios for if someone approaches me. We had meeting spots. We had like rhymes.
God.
I can't do the rhyme because it actually gives away my mom's still current address in it.
Yeah.
But like it was like a rhyme I would tell a police officer for when I was ultimately kidnapped.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How young did they start this?
I don't know. I mean, so I'm the older kid, so probably for me, like maybe when I was like 6, you know? So older sister, I feel like older sister is a role in a household that like you're going to be a very stressed out person because there's a lot on your shoulders.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have that too. What's the age difference?
I'm 5 years older than my brother.
Okay. I'm 3 years older than my sister, and I feel like it was very much like that. I became very paranoid about her. Like,
yeah.
Oh man, one time we were on this fucking resort, Jess. I was 24, she was 21, and she disappeared on a fucking resort in
my God.
fucking the Dominican Republic.
Oh.
I fully went back, ratted under my parents. I went, I can't find Jess. They're like, what? Me and my dad, 2 Bulgarian lunatics, are sprinting around. Where is she? We are screaming. We find her on the beach, making sweet, sweet love to one of the workers, and I almost fucking ripped her eyes out of her head.
How old was she?
21.
Oh, it's hilarious.
No, she's 28.
Okay, wait. So it's so funny. The vision of you like screaming for if my 21-year-old sibling was missing, I go, I guess they just went to do something.
But I'm like, we spent the whole time together, and then all of a sudden she disappears.
And when you're in another country, it does ultimately go to like, what's the Claire Danes, the kingdom? Yeah, you're like, oh, they're in a prison in another country. And
they've been taken. They're gone. No one's gonna find her. We're in Dominican Republic. We don't know anybody here. It was like I got so panicked because a lot of like the workers were giving her attention already. So I was like, something's happening.
What you need to understand about vacation is at any time you are moments away from getting sold into sex trafficking. And I think that's what the point that I want to make today on this show.
There's something. It's scary.
Oh, I know a story about that. Someone who that happened to. Okay.
No.
Yeah. So, and this is, stay with me as I explain the relationship, but it's my best friend's uncle's coworker's wife, and I think that's close enough that we still have fear in our hearts.
Yeah.
So they went on vacation. It was it's unclear if it was Morocco or Monaco, so stay clear of both of them. She went to the bathroom in a nice restaurant and never came back.
No.
And what they're pretty sure happened is that she was kidnapped through the window and sold into sex trafficking.
Oh, I thought this was going to be like a story that didn't have an ending like this.
Oh, no. There is no ending.
Gone.
It's an ellipses.
How long ago did this happen?
Maybe like 10 years ago. I think about it probably every day of my life. Yeah, there's just I have a couple stories in my head that haunt me for eternity.
I'm never sleeping now again.
Yeah.
See, this is another reason if I had kids, I would be, like, I was so protective of my sister. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
If like I looked at her, like I even glanced at her, I'd be like, I'll fucking rip your ass out. Like I was so freaked out. I got followed for the first time when I was grade 7. How old is that?
Like 12?
Yeah, around
12,
the time.
13?
Yeah. We got followed by this really creepy guy in this like weird industrial area. And I remember seeing it. My friends being like, okay, Steph. And then I was like, no, he was like sprinting after us. I'm like, what the fuck? So since that moment, my eyes are on a fucking swivel. So anything, especially like I was in Mexico for my sister's birthday, and every person looked at me. I was like, any work, I don't trust anybody. But I don't know why I got some weird like algorithm recently about like trafficking and like.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking scary.
Well, we've only started talking about it kind of like really openly pretty recently because like for people who travel a lot, like the Atlanta airport big hub for sex trafficking. I was at the AVN Awards recently. Every bathroom stall had something about sex trafficking.
Delta Airlines now. When I was on, they read a whole thing. Did you
I'm the only one. I thought I was the only one who watched that video, and I was like, it was like, it's International Don't Get Sex Trafficked Month, and I was like, I was watching the promotional video, and I was like, tell me more. It wasn't gritty enough for me.
No,
I was like, but tell me what I can do.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I have an app on my phone that helps stop sex trafficking, and you have to take a picture of every hotel room that you go to, and it's like uploaded to this like portal, and it helps the cops because a lot of times with sex trafficking, people are photographed in hotel rooms, and it helps the police like figure out specifically what hotel you're in and what room you're in so they can help save people faster. So that's what you can do as a traveling comedian to help stop it. Yeah.
Send me this app.
Yeah.
God. I also don't think I realized it was this crazy.
Yeah.
Like this fucking
no, it's happening.
I don't like this.
No.
This is not good. Let's not be doing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with our mouths, I don't think we'll be on the police traffic list.
No.
What if you get kidnapped into sex trafficking and then they give you another job that's not sex? Would you be offended?
Oh no, they would be like, we need you to keep your underwear on at all times. I'm like, I know. The way I talk about my pussy, there's no way in hell they're like, yeah, that meaty old gal, let's get her. And they'd be like, we're
the
losing
cook.
money. Yeah. We're actually in the hole now.
Yeah.
Please clean the sheets. Okay, what other questions we have? We'll wrap up pretty soon here.
Oh my God.
Have you ever called 911 or been in a...
I called 911 multiple times. I live next door to a fire house. So sometimes I get to call, I called for a gas leak and then I sat across the street like I was Penn Badgley and you, and I just watched them answer the call. That really got me off. I was like, get that gas leak. I think that probably the most weirdest time was I was on a bus that basically he didn't have a gun, but he kind of started to bust jack the bus in the middle of it. Like, got up from his seat, approached the driver, started demanding where the driver needed to go, but like didn't have a gun, but was still doing the bus jacking without a weapon. So you're like, how seriously do we take this? And no one was doing anything. So I did call 911, and this is terrible. 911's response, they were like, where are you? And I was like, well, we're on a bus. We're headed up, this. I was giving like the highway that we were on or whatever. And I was like
a Greyhound or something.
Yeah, it was like a Greyhound. And I go, we're moving in this direction. This is where we are. And they go, well, we can't help you because you're moving. I go, I'm the first person to ever call about, like carjacking, bus jacking. Like this
Have
should
you
be
never
something
seen
that you
Speed?
covered.
You've never seen the movie Speed. I don't tell you. They get right in there.
It should be something that you covered. I couldn't believe that the official emergency response was, no, let us know if you stop. I go, what, when we're all dead?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
When we're all hostages?
No. What, so did they come?
I go, I don't know. I go, is there a GPS or something? What are you talking about?
So what did the bus guy do?
I think that the bus driver ended up like de-escalating the situation, but it was like something like the bus driver shouldn't be the one handling that because they're driving.
No, that's...
Yeah.
I'm not taking the bus again.
It's a lot of the same type of behavior that you see on airplanes where someone just kind of starts going nuts. Something, I don't know if they're losing brain power in the altitude, and then doesn't really have a weapon, maybe has some kind of a makeshift weapon.
Like
and
that,
then
you're talking about the spoon one that recently went viral.
I can't stop talking about that one.
Yeah, that's.
I was disgusted that no one did anything.
No, well, he tried to open the fucking door. If I saw somebody on a plane, I would get up myself and tackle that fucking crazy person.
Every female comedian, I think, would have done something.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
A man opening a door? Yeah. I'm not dying because you're cuckoo bananas. No. Get your ass away from the fucking door.
All the businessmen just sitting there like, ooh, what should we do? And it's like,
no, get up and fucking punch this guy in the back of the head.
Everyone throws something at his head and he'll be down in 2 seconds.
Yeah, literally.
It's like, no one has a plan.
No.
I'm constantly thinking of survival plans.
Oh, every time I get on a plane, I look around. I go, "Who's going to be the cuckoo banana one on here?"
Yeah.
I go find somebody I can tally up with. Me and this person.
You got to make eye contact with someone. You go, if shit goes down.
Yeah, that's the one.
Me and you.
I hate it. Okay, let's end on a funnier note.
The funniest way that you could
What is the funniest way you think you could die?
I feel like some kind of a fart explosion, like something where you ignite something through the gas of your fart, and then you just go up. I feel like that's the way. Yeah, comedically, Looney Tunes style. Your fart is so big. You ate the biggest like taquito appetizer plate beforehand. You are somehow near a very dangerous open flame. You fart, you ignite you have a lot of hairspray in that day.
Oh, yeah,
and just all the wrong elements together. You ignite, you combust.
And then all those hot firefighters that live across the street come over and they go, well, we're too late.
Yeah,
we're too late.
She farted herself to death. Yeah.
Well, goddamn it. Thank you for coming on to Steph Infection. Where can the listeners find you? If you have not listened to Guys We Fucked, I don't know what you're doing. Go listen to it now.
What are you doing? You're not fucking enough guys, that's for sure. Yeah, you can listen to me on Guys We Fucked with Christina Hutchinson. I also have a solo podcast where, we roast the news. That's me, Mike Harrington. That's called Without a Country on Gas Digital. And then you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at PhilanthropyGal. And tour dates on CorinneFisher.com.
We love it.
Thank you.
We love it. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for listening to another Steph Infection. Thanks for watching the YouTube. Follow the YouTube. Send in your stories. I want to read more crazy stories. Steph Infection podcast@gmail.com, or the link tree in the Instagram. There's a little form. There's a Google form thing. I don't know. Get in there. Fill it out. Thank you so much. Good night. Bye.